it's funny that you asked that. So I was a professional thief. And then I'm not lying. I used to go into the stores and rob them. Like, not with a gun or anything, but I was a professional thief. I was a shoplifter. This is what I did. So I had to develop people skills. Very good people skills. Mr. Blackman can tell you, he's a people person. I learned from him how to develop people skills. And so these people skills that I developed while I was out there robbing stores and stuff, hey, I'd be talking to him, you throwing them off. You know what I mean? I get them up off me. However I need to do, I get them up off me, being a people person. Then that transcended into this business. I gotta be a people person. I'm in here with these clients. But the beautiful thing about recovery is I be in these businesses and I be my same people person, but I don't have the same people thief. The thievery is gone.
Right.
So now I'm a trustworthy, self-employed person, and these people, establishments, and I'm talking to them, and we're friends, and they breaking me off, and I'm not taking nothing from them, and I'm so happy, yo. It's just like a complete turnaround, yo. Like, to be able to go in businesses and not feel the urge to take something. Woo!
That's awesome.
Right.
That's serious.
Boy, Lucky let him know.
Roscoe Squeeze Off.
And your boy, Rich Blackman.
We got what we got today, bro?
So
what we talking about?
Today, we got a special guest, man. It's going to talk about the road to recovery and redemption.
Okay.
All right?
All right. Very
special guest, man. I tell you, I've been following this guy, might as well say for a lifetime.
Okay. All right.
And, he has an amazing story, man, and I feel like it really needs to get out there because this is also, too, another way to show how men suffer in silence, right?
Okay.
So it's just another aspect of it. So I felt like it was something that needed to be out there, needed to be put out there into the world, man.
Okay.
So today we want to welcome Mr. Benzo Kenzo.
Speak to us.
Welcome.
What's up, people? Hey, family. What's going on, family? Is my audio all right? Can y'all hear me?
Okay.
Sir.
Sound good.
How you suffering in silence,
all my bars lighting up and stuff?
Everything's good.
Okay. I just want to feel like I'm at home. I used to see the police lights and shit. That remind me of being at home. All right, we good.
Well, look, man, I tell you, I know off top, man, that, this is going to be a different kind of Men Suffer in Silence interview for us, man. But, I definitely, your story is remarkable, man. And,
I appreciate
it's one of, yeah, absolutely, man. And it's like I said in the beginning, it's one of recovery and redemption and, your bout with dealing with drugs, man, and just doing a full turn, man, and becoming a successful business owner, multiple businesses at that. Homeowner. Just, it's like just the things that you have accomplished coming out of your addiction, being clean, 10 years clean, being clean, knowing your limitations, man, and all of that stuff. Like, it's remarkable to hear that, man. And I first of all, I just want to say congratulations on your road to recovery and being clean for so long, man.
Yeah, for sure.
That right there deserves big up.
I appreciate that. Y'all caught me in the basement of my bandominium. We just got some new candles down here, so everything looking good. You know what I mean? Y'all can see me and shit.
So, man, listen, so we gonna jump right into it, man. So tell us a little bit, a little bit about yourself, about your story, man, how it started, where it started, and just go on.
Dive in, bro.
Right.
So you want me to start from Baltimore?
Sure.
Started getting busy in Baltimore, like everybody else do, mid-teenage years. But it started with some easy stuff. I used to just smoke weed and drink alcohol. So when they say that alcohol and weed is not, it is a gateway, it is. It really is. You know what I'm saying? I just feel like a lot of that comes from situations and what you're going through in life that leads you to different avenues of, addiction and stuff. So not all the times it's a bad thing, but for me, it was a really bad thing because I was going through some things as a kid, you know what I mean? Like a lot of us do. So my story is everybody's story. Went through things as a kid. Alcohol and drug addiction was a way to cope with those things because I didn't have coping skills. You know what I'm saying? Right. So that was the way of coping, through alcohol and drugs. My drug of choice didn't start off being heroin, but that's what it ended up being in the long run. I had a 25-year stint with heroin.
Wow.
25 years out in them trenches. Yeah, 25 years. And Baltimore wasn't the place that beat my ass. Actually, it was PA that was the place that beat my ass. So I got high in several different states, you know what I mean? I ended up in PA, and that's where I ended up getting clean, you know? But the story is real. Like, I've seen it all. I've seen the sniffing the dope. I done seen the smoking of the cracks. I done seen the smoking of the weeds. I done seen the drinking of the alcohol. I done passed out. I done woke up in other people's houses that I don't even know how I got there. I done woke up in people's houses. They didn't even know who the fuck I was. They were like, who the fuck is you? What the fuck you doing in my house? You know what I'm saying? And you only got a couple seconds to get up out of here for real. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, so I done seen it all. The life of crime. I done been every facility in Maryland. You know, everyone from the penitentiary to Steelside to Booking, to Hagerstown to Jessup, ECI. I got comfortable in all of them. You know what I mean?
Wow.
Yeah, I got mailing address at all of them bitches, you know what I'm saying? I done been locked up so long, I can still remember my 6-digit ID from when I first got locked up, you know what I mean? I'm like Cat Williams when it came to get locked up. Just let me pick my own picture, man. I got a whole bunch of them bitches in there. Y'all want to give me the old crazy ass looking picture all the time. Yeah, but wow. that whole ordeal is crazy. I can laugh about it now though.
Yeah.
You know I mean, I can laugh about it now, but it wasn't funny when I was going through it, though.
I got a quick question for you. When you were arrested, did that ever help at all? Did it ever keep you off of anything while you were in there?
Hell yeah, that was my rehab.
Okay.
So whatever time that I was locked up, that's how long I was clean. I had 6 months, nigga. I came home 6 months clean, and then I got high again.
Wow.
It was a temporary fix, real talk. That's all it was. You know what I mean? It was college to me. I was breaking laws, so I went in the joint and learned new ways to get robbed and shit.
Right.
It was college for me. And people be like, he away in college, he be out summertime, you know what I mean? Yeah, it was real,
So let me ask you this. Now, with you being in different states, do you feel as though, sometimes certain places have a stigma of, being more of a easy place to have resources to get drugs and be able to get high? Would you say that that is true when it comes to, some of these states that you were in, like when you Maryland, PA, like is it easier in Maryland, or you know what I mean? Like,
let me help you out, If you a dope fiend or you a crackhead, it don't matter what state you in, you gonna get that shit.
Why?
Right.
It don't matter. It just depends on the versatility of the addict. How versatile is the addict? Oh man, you could drop me in the middle of nowhere, and if I wanted something, I can find it. It's just that easy. It's that easy. You know the signs. Real talk. When I got to PA, you know what I mean, and dropped in York, all I did was look up I said, this the major strip? All right, I'm good. Walked up and down the strip. I looked for people that looked like me, and it was on. That was it.
Wow, that's serious. So while you were out there, right? Say, you said it started off kind of light and early on. When did you ever get to a point to where you realize, okay, now I'm in too deep? Like this shit is deep. Like I'm just in it right now.
No, you don't realize that till you at rock bottom. You got to hit. You got to be down there, like Like prison is just a pit stop. Is that the word? Pit stop. It's just a pit stop. Rehab, if you ain't ready, it's just a pit stop. You know what I mean? Until you got to be down, bro. I mean, like really down. Yo, when I realized it was the last, like I was done. All my friends that was dead. You know, like the friends that I was getting high with. I ain't had nobody to get high with. You know what I'm saying? I know that sounds sad though, right?
Nah.
You're like, dang, yo, I ain't even got nobody to get high with. You start looking around, that nigga gone. You can't call this nigga, you know, it's real. And then I was like, start thinking like, man, they ain't around no more. This nigga ain't here no more. I'm out here by myself. Dummy, you might as well get clean. It ain't nothing else out here.
It ain't fun no more.
Right.
It ain't fun no more.
The camaraderie of it is gone. You know what I mean?
Right.
Once that fun is gone.
Would you say it's more of a social thing?
It started out social. Then you just get your warriors. It's just like if you got, it's like this. Say you got your routine. Oh, Monday through Thursday, you go to work. Thursday night, you know, Friday leading into the weekend, you got 2 days of getting high, getting drunk, whatever. You got your folks that you associate with. You ain't even got to call them because they going to be like, yo, Roscoe, boy, long weekend, I'm coming over with that drink, boy. They ain't even got to say nothing because they already know how it is. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You know what I mean? It's just, the trouble find you.
I mean, I ain't gonna lie. I've never really seen a crackhead by themselves.
Well, I can't say that. But you know what? Something that he said resonated with me, right? Because I never even thought about this.
What's that?
Is that with certain stages of it, like when he was saying, because I grew up in a household, my mother was addicted, my aunts was addicted. So I grew up in that type of household. And you're right, during the week, it was almost like a normal setting.
Right.
But on the weekend, you saw those people come around automatically.
They knew what it was.
You know what I mean? That was the time where my mother needed me out of her face so then I could get anything in the world. You want McDonald's, you want pizza, here, go in the room. And sometimes her friends would bring their kids and we all in another room somewhere while the adults are away. So, you know, it was kind of like I see where now that he's saying it, how it is a social. It kind of starts off as a social thing.
Right.
Then let me tell you something. As it gets deeper, you don't want nobody with you.
And why is that?
Because you in this rabbit hole. You know what I mean? You have become a full-blown addict. So you might hang with you may hang with them to find out where it's at. Hey, yo, yeah, boy. Y'all walking. You know where something good at? Oh, all right. And your boy, he like, oh, I'm going to hang with him because I know he going to see me off. You get yours and you like, all right, boy, I holler at you. You know what I mean? I talk to you. And you going about your business and you want to do you because you're in a hole. You don't want to be with nobody. You done. You solitude. Crackheads get high by themselves. After being in it so many years, you won't see two crackheads together unless they chasing to get that stone because that one crackhead gonna think the other one trying to get too much out the deal.
Right.
You can't split a 20 but so many ways, bro. You know what I mean?
Yeah, right.
Kind of like New Jack City Pookie. Remember that episode?
Yeah.
Where him and the girl got in the fight?
Yeah.
Over the dad.
Yeah, he beat her ass over that. Yeah, and that's how it be. You separate.
Wow.
Shit crazy.
So during that point in time when you were out there, as it started to progress for you, were there ever moments that you got to a point where you may have been sitting by yourself and said, you know, I miss my family or you know, maybe I want to do something a little bit different or something like that? Was it ever that?
All the time. But when you got some good folks in your corner, and no names need to be mentioned. When you got some good folks in your corner, you know what I mean? They kind of fill that void until you can fill that void for yourself.
Right.
You feel me?
And you know, I can understand that, because that is very important, I think, for you know, people that are going through different things, to have
Right.
that person or persons on the side to be able to still look, you going through this, I know you going through this right now, but you still human, you still my friend, you're still my family member, you're still, you know what I mean, to have that, to make these people, you know, make the people feel like they're still wanted, they're still needed,
Still a chance you could pivot.
yeah, you're still here,
Right.
you know what I mean, instead of just turning you know, turning their backs on you.
How did that affect your family life, or kids, or, you know, your parents and all?
Yeah, it was horrible. It was horrible. It really was. First of all, you gotta understand that family is probably the most important thing that you can have on this planet. But when you're in your addiction, you ain't got no family. Your addiction is your family for real. Yeah. If any of y'all ever drink, you know, have ever drank to the point where you got to have another drink because your body craves it, you know what I'm talking about. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like that becomes your family. And then everybody else comes around after you feel regular. You know what I mean? That's your family. That drug, that whatever it is, that drink, that weed, that blunt, that pipe, that becomes your family, yo.
Wow. You know, there's a song, and as you say that, Mr. Kenzo, there's a song that that 50 Cent made. I think it might have been his second album or something. It's called Baltimore Love Thing.
Yeah.
And he's talking like he's talking as the addiction.
Right.
To a person that's addicted.
Right. Yeah.
And
I got a question for y'all.
yes, sir.
If y'all were a substance of addiction, choose one, choose wisely. What would you be?
Wow.
All right, give it
What
to me
is your
again.
personality? How would you see your personality if you were a substance?
If I was a substance,
Right. What
Like
would
you look
be?
like a tall can, a 22 ounce of beer. That's what you look like to me.
Coors Light.
Not even a light.
I'm thinking a dark can. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What would you be?
I'm so born, I'd be a keg of a light draft.
See, I think me, I'm different. I ain't gonna lie. I probably
So you,
would be-
Mister, you don't think your personality is addictive? So you think you know what I mean?
I mean, I know I have an addictive personality myself.
So that means you can't be a boring keg of beer. Because a keg of beer just sit there until it's tapped.
Okay, so I
Maybe
guess speed.
you are.
I guess I'd be speed then. Speed.
Don't take your old school.
Oh, shit. I didn't even know they made that anymore.
Where can you get that? No.
Oh, man, you going to have people out here trying to find that shit. Y'all better chill out, yo. Yeah,
You know
what would you be?
I think I would be 1980s cocaine.
1980s?
1980s cocaine.
Scarface?
And the reason why I say that, I think that would be me, is because I'm real cool. You know, I step into the party, I'm like, yo, I'm here. What's
Get the
happening?
party
Let's get it started.
started, yeah.
Let's get it started.
Right,
you
right,
know what I
right.
mean? I'm that guy, that personality. You know what I mean?
Right.
But I'm also the guy that sit back after the party started and sit back and be like, look what I started.
Right.
It's all right.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right,
So I
right.
think that for me, that's an interesting question, man.
It is
I think that for
I'm
me,
just
that's what it
curious.
would be.
For me, I'm a plant.
Oh,
Okay.
you eat all day?
I'm growing, baby.
Weed.
I'm calm, mellow, relaxed.
Cocaine go for
Yeah.
You know, happy.
Okay.
You know,
Okay.
Lay back.
I'm a plant.
I can see that.
You're a plant.
Mr. Benzo, I
I'm
got
just curious because all of us have an addictive personality, and believe it or
Okay.
not, all at some point in time, we are all a drug to somebody.
right.
Your
Yeah.
girlfriend, your wife, your family. You know what I mean? All of us are a drug to somebody. If you got that, she's addicted to you. You know what I mean?
Right.
Right.
Real stuff.
Right.
I was just curious. I just out of curiosity.
Nah, that's a good question, though.
Sounds like a therapist for real a little bit. I ain't even. You know what I'm saying? Like a hood therapist a little bit. You know what I mean?
Mr. Benzo, I always heard that once you start getting high, that you can't age or mature until you stop. Would you think that's kind
There's
of
a lot of truth to that.
A lot of truth to that?
Yeah.
So you be stuck right there until you're done.
Yeah, you really are. You don't progress. You don't. Not like you and I are everyday progression. Like,
Right.
Because you just get stunted. You know what I mean?
Right.
You don't progress. You really don't.
Wow.
It's a horrible thing, yo. It really is.
So through that addiction, though, I know you said like Monday through Thursday, you know, parent went to work or whatever the case, or even you went to work. I don't remember. Did it ever get to a point where you just didn't work?
I just started working 10 years ago. That's some real shit.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Answer your question?
And we're going to jump in, remember that, we're going to jump into that part right there. I love the way you kind of went into that, but I'm going to segue into that a little bit, how he did. That was funny how he looked. And look, I just started working 10. But we're going to jump into that.
How much did Baltimore and Philly, like just the gritty cities, known for being hard and tough and gritty, how much did that play a part in it? If you just were in like some cornfield, Kansas area, would you have been able to get clean quicker?
You know, that's a good question. Because Baltimore was my Baltimore was my Achilles heel.
Right.
For real. People that know me know that even to this day, I'm in and out of Baltimore. I don't fuck around. I'm in for an hour or two, I'm out, because for me, it's not the drugs anymore. It's just knowing that that's where I'm most comfortable at.
Right.
So, you know what I mean?
Right.
So I don't, that answer your question?
Definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely.
And that's actually, I gotta commend you on that for knowing your limitations, man.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like
Right.
to be able to
mess
sit there,
around.
yeah, and say, yo, I know this. I gotta be in. If I gotta be there, I
ain't gonna be there long.
Right. You know,
It's just too much. It's too much. Like, just real talk, right? So I got a homeboy that's still in an active addiction in Baltimore, right? I come through, shoot through, holler at him. He'll sit there, do his business, doesn't bother me. That's your thing. I'm afraid of it. Doesn't bother. I have a fear. I have a fear of getting high. You know what I'm saying? Because I know where that will lead me. It'll lead me down a real dark road, and I don't know how long it's going to take to recover, because it took me 25 years to get back the first time. You know what I mean? I don't know if I got another 25 years left in me. You know what I mean?
Right.
Seriously. So when I get in, and I'll stay, and that's it.
I got you.
Cause I know, cause Baltimore will trap you, dog. Y'all there. You know, Baltimore ain't got no picks. You could be driving down the street, and then 5 minutes later you in booking. You like, what the fuck is going on?
Yeah.
Right.
That's real. That's real.
So I don't fuck around.
So, addiction is a very strong part of men suffering in silence, because when you're going through that, you feel as though you have nobody really to talk to, that can understand and, and relate to your situation.
But do you know why?
Why is that?
Because you don't feel like nobody else knows what your pain.
Okay.
Because you're abnormal. You don't feel normal. That's why you suffering in silence, because you don't feel like nobody else understands what you're going through.
Right.
Wow.
Okay, that makes sense.
Wow.
That makes sense. So you just keep it to yourself and you just deal with it.
That's how you deal with it.
That's how you deal with it.
That's your coping mechanism. That's why you suffering in silence.
Wow. So, sliding over to your road to recovery, right? You had said something to me that I thought was genius, actually. And it was when you decided to get clean, you were in, I believe, and you could tell a story, I believe you were in a cab or Uber or something, and you took a picture of yourself going to the rehab and said that you wanted to always keep that picture as a reminder. Tell me a little bit about that day, man. Like, how'd you get there and what happened?
Oh man, this is real shit. So I've always been a hustler type motherfucker, right? So somehow I had hustled myself into a 5-bedroom house, mines,
Wow.
in PA. So, cause I just got the gift of gab. So somehow I hustled my way into having complete control of a 5-bedroom house. I had and then I rented 4 rooms. So now I got income. I don't work. I got income. And I put all these crackhead dope fiends around me. Boop, 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 boop. Now they gotta pay me to sleep here. So that was my hustle. And then what happened was, as it started to fall apart because your life is in disarray,
Right.
their lives are in disarray because they just like you. So as that whole thing started to fall apart, I was like, yo, I can't do this no more. I got so much stuff beating down on me. The landlord, he want his money. I ain't giving that nigga no money. I'm giving him this, right? So that was running out. The crackheads and the dope fiends that were around me, they like, yo, the landlord looking for you. Where our money at? Oh, I'm running out of lies. I'm about to run out of money. They not gonna give me their money no more. And the landlord, he gonna start taking the money straight up. So it was like, oh man, I don't know what to do. I could just run like I normally do and run back to Baltimore, but I was like, yo, you know what? That's not where I want to be at. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
So I after a long talk with myself, couple weeks going by, I decided to get clean. I said, I'm gonna just completely leave this shit alone. I'm gonna give myself a chance. I know I can do it. Boom. So I called the joint. Now this was forced. This ain't like, hey, yeah, I'm interested in getting clean. This was like, yo, y'all got a bid? I need to get clean immediately. Why? Because the landlord coming for his goddamn money. I gotta get about this bitch. So, so I immediately, I got me a bid, right? This is a true story. I got a bid. They came to get me. The very next day, I'm in the car, in the cab. I ain't had to pay for the cab, 2-hour ride. I'm in the car in the cab and I'm riding. And I always was a social media dude, whether I was getting high or not. So I'd take a picture. I was like, damn. Just like looking at myself like, yo, you is really fucked up. So I took pictures of myself in this cab because I wanted to always remember what I looked like going into that bitch. So I never look like that ever again. So if I ever thought about getting high, I got them pictures on my phone. I just pull them up like, nope.
Damn.
Not me.
Right.
Because,
That's
boy,
awesome.
yeah,
That's awesome. That's
that
awesome.
was some psychological shit.
Yeah.
And you know, I'm gonna be honest with you. I think that if a lot of situations arose and people did things like that, I think that really would, once
Right.
we
A deterrent.
see ourselves
Right.
in that whatever situation we're in,
Right.
then we will be able to move forward. You know what I
Right.
mean? And see it that way.
Nah, it makes sense.
You know what?
What's that?
This some real talk though. The things that I learned, that I gathered throughout my life, you know, getting high and getting sober and getting clean and staying clean, yo, you can apply that shit to anything in your life. So it don't necessarily mean that it has to be drugs. Anything you trying to accomplish, anything, job, broad, friends, drugs, anything. Once you learn, this is what I learned. Once you learn a foundation and a basis, like Jay-Z say, I laid the blueprint. Once you have developed your own blueprint, yo, you could do anything, yo.
I was going to ask you that. That's just a question I was going to ask you. Because I know you're a successful business owner now. What type of skills did you learn when you were out there that translated over to your business now? Success of your business now.
It's funny that you asked that. So I was a professional thief. And then I'm not lying. I used to go into the stores and rob them. Like, you know, not with a gun or anything, but I was a professional thief. I was a shoplifter. This is what I did. So I had to develop people skills. Very good people skills. Mr. Blackman can tell you, he's a people person. I learned from him how to develop people skills. And so these people skills that I developed while I was out there robbing stores and stuff, hey, I be talking to him, hey, yeah, you throwing them off. You know what I mean?
Right.
I get them up off me. However I need to do, I get them up off me, being a people person. Then that transcended into this business, I gotta be a people person. I'm in here with these clients. But the beautiful thing about recovery is I be in these businesses and I be my same people person, but I don't have the same people thief. The thievery is gone.
Right. Right.
So now I'm a trustworthy, self-employed person, and these people, establishments, and I'm talking to them, and we're friends, and they breaking me off, and I'm not taking nothing from them, and I'm so happy, yo. It's just like a complete turnaround, yo. Like to be able to go in businesses and not feel the urge to take something. Woo!
That's
Right.
awesome.
Right.
That's serious.
That's awesome. So I want to go into so you went to recovery, and I'm sure that was a process there, like from beginning to end. How long was the recovery process as far as being away before you were able to get to a point where you said, I am okay now enough to be able to function on my own?
Well, this is what you tell anybody, and I'm gonna tell them like this: you got to go into recovery, not bullshitting. You know what I'm saying? You have to, you got to go in and say, this is it. I'm gonna get this. And honestly, they give you 28 days to get clean. You can get clean in 28 days and be on your way. But the actual recovery process, it took me like 18 months to build up. You know what I mean? Like real talk, like 18 months. It was 18 months before I left the program.
Wow. So
I could go. I had opportunities to leave. I stayed. You know what I mean? I was like, nah, I ain't.
Because you felt like you wasn't
trust
ready.
yourself yet. Yeah.
I was like, no.
Okay. So once you left after the 18 months of getting clean, and again, this is why I said your road to recovery and your road to redemption is awesome, because it's like, again, throughout everything that we're hearing a timeline of knowing when you were ready to proceed to the next step.
Cause you developed that shit. Mm-hmm. When I was getting high, I was like, oh, it's time to stop. Got that over with. Stopped and learned how to deal with it. It ain't time to go out there yet. I'm not ready. You know what I mean? Then you got ready. Then when I got out there and I was ready, I was like, you know what? The next part is, hey, you got a criminal record. You got to get a job. Time to get a business.
And that was actually my next question to you, because being that you come out of recovery, I would guess the normal step would be is at that point to get a job and try to work and build your life from there. So, and this is a couple questions in one. So when you got out of recovery and you decided that you have to move forward, did you get a job? And if you did get a job then, or whatever the case may be, what made you want to transcend into the fact of, I want to own my business. I want to own my own business. What made you go that route?
Stop playing, yo. You know that these white folks ain't keeping no criminal on deck. I was at all the temp agencies. Like, I knew I was on rotation. Oh, here he come again. They give me a joint that'll last for about 3-4 months, and then after that contract was out the door. You know what I mean? I got tired of that. I was like, you know what, y'all gonna stop treating me like a little bitch, yo, for real. I got tired of it. I was like, no, we're not gonna keep doing this, because I get comfortable, and then see, the temp agencies was funny, because they be like, yeah, work real hard. Blah, 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 blah. They just pumping you up so they get their work done. The people that got jobs, they like, don't give a fuck about this. And I got tired of feeling like that, so I went and got me my own shit. So I can make other motherfuckers feel like that. No, I'm joking.
Nah, I get it. So now, So now you have gone through that. You've gone through the whole job situation, and you said no. You started your own business, which is a very successful
Thank you, sir.
business, right? At this point now, how do you incorporate some of the skills that you have learned through your life, through the good part, the bad part, into your business, as far as when you're dealing with, because I know you have multiple employees, when you're dealing with your employees?
It just comes naturally. You know what I mean? Comes naturally. You know what you've been through. So you kind of look at that. You look at that when you're dealing with your employees. You know what, because everybody got their own issues and problems. You become more understanding because of the things that you've gone through. I'm just saying in general, me. Things that I've gone through, I'm a little more understanding. The patience, working on the patience, you know what I mean? Right. But, you know, everything is natural. It just comes natural, especially when it's cloudy. You know what I mean? When you cloudy, you not as cloudy, you kind of, you know, you can think a little bit, oh, you know what? I ain't mean to cuss you out like that, yo. I apologize. You know what I mean? I'll cuss you out tomorrow because you deserve it tomorrow. And then it becomes, you know, a little bit better. You know, you dealing with people, you know what I mean? Got to, yo. Got to keep that shit. You got the foundation. It's all in the foundation. Whatever your foundation is, yo. Whatever your foundation is.
You know, I think that is excellent, man, because it's like you came out and you checked all of your boxes, right? You know, you came out, you know, you got married, you have a very good marriage, you had, you know, you bought houses, you know, you also said that houses. You also explained that you're on your way to another house,
trying to get about here. Yeah, trying to get about here.
You know, those different things and businesses and starting and actually expanding the business that you have now to down south. So with all of these great things happening right now, what would you say to somebody out there that has gone through what you've gone through at the darkest, deepest moment of your life?
Well, encouragement wise?
Yes, to help them.
Encouragement. It get better. It gets better. It gets better. And the next thing I would say is, let me love you till you learn to love yourself. And then after you got it, peace.
I love it. 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 That's good stuff, man. And you know, I'm gonna tell you, I don't know about y'all guys, but I mean, this is something again that, like I said in the beginning, that I'm glad to hear, because you never hear this, right. Especially, you know, you never see that other side. They never let you see that other side. You never get to hear that other side. And again, this, like I said in the beginning, this is a situation where a lot of men do suffer in silence because of these things. You know, we carry a lot of weight as men.
And I got a little question for you too. If when you made it to the other side, you got 10 years clean, you've been very successful now. Do you ever try to go give back anywhere? You know, help
all
anybody?
The time.
Oh, you don't try to stay clear. I was wondering, would you try to stay clear? Okay.
See, it depends on how you giving back. So what I do when I'm giving back, I don't go back to the meetings and all that, because I don't do meetings. But what I do is, people that are in my life that are still getting high, I'm always in their corner. I'm always talking to them. I'm always encouraging them. If I know somebody that has a child that's getting high, you know, I'll be like, yo, I've been there. This is what they going through. Like, I give them insight. Like, yo, it gets better. You just keep talking to them, you know, whatever. You know what I mean? Right. If someone asks me to speak somewhere, I'll be like, sure, you know, I'll speak, but you got to realize how I do. And I let... and then I let them know, you know what I mean? Because I ain't your typical AANA, you know, by the book type dude. You know, I got it, and I know how to stay clean, and that's what I do. And what they teach you in the rooms is the only way you can hold on to it is by giving it away. So if I gotta give it away, that's how I stay clean.
Gotcha. That's tough, man. Well,
that's deep, brother.
I'm not gonna lie, man. I really appreciate you coming on and sharing your story with us, man. I truly believe that you know, that this is going to help somebody, man.
Oh, well, of course.
I would love to, honestly, I would love to see you out there sharing it a little bit more, man. I know that, you know, in your busy life with everything going on, you know. But
I told you, man, you gonna link up. I go speak.
Yeah, I think that's definite, man. I think that's a thing. We
I'm
gotta
gonna
do
hold
it,
you to
man.
that, man, because that's
I go speak, bro.
it's definitely suffering in silence, but it's definitely
I just love the fact
conversation.
it's somebody suffering in silence that overcame the suffering in silence.
That's it.
You're not.
And that's the key.
You didn't get stuck in the suffering in silence.
That's the key.
Right.
And again, he knew when enough was enough for him.
Right.
Right. He knew what he had to do. He
To
took
navigate
necessary-
that.
And I gotta give it up to you right there, brother, for that.
I appreciate you.
Man, I gotta give it up to you.
Appreciate you.
So, man, I can't tell you enough, man, how much we thank you for coming on the show, man. And
Oh, thank you for letting me be here. I
oh,
appreciate
absolutely,
you.
man. And we will definitely have you back, man, because you have a lot of funny stories too. So we definitely want to have you back, man. But again, just want to say again, we're gonna send this out. We just want to say thank you to Mr. Benzo Kenzo again. Man.
Thank you, sir.
Road to
And
Redemption.
I gotta give a special shout out to DMC. He's DMC, the all-time great. Cause he played that middle C real cool. He was like, it wasn't too many positions he could get in, right? You know what I mean? He was, he couldn't leave.
Hey, look, man, do me a favor.
He the cool man out the group.
I love his demeanor.
Hey, do me a favor. Close this out with, just give us the funniest crackhead ass scenario, situation, a
Are you
theft,
serious?
or yeah, just close it out with something crazy.
Anything that you
Yo.
may have seen, gone through.
Yo, this is real. I can't say this no better. So I ain't gonna say the establishment, but I was in this establishment, right? Doing my thing, walking around the store, stealing shit. And I'm great go out the joint. I got all my shit. I'm great go out I'm great go out the what was it? The lawn and garden exit. Cause I knew they ain't had no beep, 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 beep.
Yeah.
I'm great go out lawn garden. I go on out lawn garden. I get right to the threshold and the security runs. And he's running up. And I'm like, that's for me. That's for me. I know that's for me. That's for me. And he tackles me. And when he tackles me, he misses me, slings himself around, falls on the ground, and then takes me with him, right?
Oh,
just like I just did. Like I just did that, right? And he takes me with him, right? But the way I fell all on top of him. So now I'm actually like sitting on this dude, right? He's underneath. This is real talk. He's underneath me. Get on me. Get on me. Get on me. And you ever seen the cartoon where the people feet be doing like this while they on the ground like, get off me.
Mm-hmm.
Get off me. And he's doing like this. He's trying to get up. Yo, I was laughing so hard that by the time his partner got there and they locked me up, his partner was just joning him. He was like, yo, you can't even work with me no more. That nigga sat all on you and shit. Your feet was like that. Yo, I was in the fucking, it was the funniest time getting locked up because I had never seen nothing like that in my life. Like it was crazy. Like the Wizard of Oz, like the house landed on him and shit, and his feet was just stuck under the, and that shit was crazy though, bro.
Hey,
Sir.
why didn't you run?
Cause I was laughing so hard, yo. It was just I couldn't.
You was stuck.
Oh,
I was
You
like,
stuck.
yo, did he really just tackle me and I sat on him? Like that's what it was. Like, you know what I mean? It was crazy, yo. And I still get locked up. Matter of fact, and I came home too.
I
Let me out.
appreciate you, man.
well,
Yeah, appreciate you.
I'm gonna say this to end it out. That's why being a security guard is a hard job, despite what they say. But
Hey, yo, for real though, that's what I started out as, loss prevention. That's how I got turned out.
wow.
I was the one that was locking up the crackheads, and I seen how they was getting away with shit, and I got turned out. I was like, oh, I like that move. I'm on the cameras watching them.
Damn.
Real talk. That's how I started.
Of course, thank you again, Mr. Benzo Kenzo. I'm your boy, Rich Blackman.
Your boy Lucky, let him know.
Roscoe Squeeze off.
Until next time, peace.
My man Lucky left out in the middle.
Yeah.
Lucky in the middle.
Yo.
Lucky in the middle. All right, y'all. Peace.
Peace.